I am a doctor. I am a doctor. Dr. Karam tries to soothe her. What's your name? It's Yumna. Am I alive? Am I alive? She cries out. So many of the victims were in the same state, Dr. Karam painfully remembers. Now he fears there is worse to come, especially if the U.S. and its allies strike. This regime, as we have seen in the last 2 years, he says, the more they are backed into a corner, the more vicious they become. Their stocks of atropine, other medicines, and equipment to combat chemical agents have yet to be replenished. Out on the empty streets, one man says, we are stuck in the middle, between the Russians and the Americans, the Iranians and the Saudis, and we are the victims. For those who know the wrath of the regime too well, there is fear that the potential strike is going to hurt the people more than the regime itself. And this man adds, the regime is going to evacuate its people and leave the detainees in bases and airports and say, look, America carried out a massacre. Under the scorching sun in neighboring Lebanon, a team of volunteers is hard at work.
We will be able to host is up to 1,200 families. That's around 10,000 people. But that's nothing compared with the influx expected. A lot of people will stay in the streets.
It's not entirely legal, as the Lebanese government has yet to allow official camps to be established. Tarif describes this effort as refugee crisis triage.
With the new influx, there is no contingency plan to contain the new influx, and therefore we're moving from a very bad situation to a situation where we will not be able to deal with.
At a reception center next to Lebanon's main border crossing with Syria, Omar al-Hawayis just finished putting in an emergency order with Qatar for more humanitarian supplies. We've also told the mosques during Friday prayers to call on people to open their homes when the strike happens, he tells us. Many, especially those from the capital and its outskirts, don't want to talk.
That van is the second vehicle packed with people that we've stopped trying to talk to, asking them if they're fleeing. They all seem to be very agitated, very nervous, saying, no, we're just here for a visit. But clearly, they are very, very concerned.
Panic and fear is everywhere as the region waits for expected strikes from the U.S. and its allies. Arwa Damon, CNN, Masna Border Crossing, Lebanon.